Hi guys, it's your host with the most, David, the Thrifty Mechanic. I'm here with a few tools donated to me by toolvector.com, our channel sponsor. If you guys haven't had a chance to check him out and check out their website, go to toolvector.com. I will put a sticker up in the window right there. Toolvector.com, guys. Check them out. If you are in the market for any kind of electrical repair stuff, toolvector.com has you covered. Definitely look into checking them out for, say, butt connectors. Now, these butt connectors are from toolvector.com. These are the Mize brand butt connectors. I've used these a lot in my career. If you haven't done a lot of electrical repair or you're not an electrical kind of guy, I mean, yeah, I guess you can kind of ignore this. But it's a very important skill, and the more and more we progress into the future, the more electrical stuff we're going to deal with. We're also going to be doing a lot more electrical repairs as well. So with that in mind, it's always good to stay well stocked on electrical repair equipment, because sometimes your shop either doesn't have what you need because unfortunately you get 4 or 5 ASE certified technicians in there and they're all doing electrical repairs. Your 16 to 14 gauge butt connectors, which are these right here, are probably going to go fast. And the reason why is these are great because they have the regular butt connector inside made with a high quality metal for good continuity and good connectivity. And they also have my cat. Hold on 1 second. Anyway, they have a good connection. You just want that strong connection every time. These are really good for like stereo systems, radios, installing anything that's not going to be super exposed to the elements. But that's with a regular butt connector. These, you can do it with things that are going to be exposed to the elements to an extent because it has the heat shrink. Now, that seems a little counterintuitive because you're making a butt connector and you're heat shrinking it, so why not just do a splice and go? Well, that's because these are quicker. They can be temporary or permanent depending upon the application, I guess. So I've used these in speakers many times. Stereo systems, I've used them many times. Most people say, oh, it increases your resistance and all that stuff. And it can if you don't do it right. So I'm not saying people don't know what they're doing. I don't ever want to come across like that. But I'm just saying if you're doing something wrong and these create a problem for you, it's probably because of you, not the product. Because if these made everything worse, they wouldn't sell them. So Mize makes a great product. Anybody who's used them likes them. I like them a lot. I swear by these. They're great. So if you don't have any and you're looking to pick up some electrical stuff, check out toolvector.com. They'll help you out and take care of you really well. Also, if you purchase over $100 through them, you can get free shipping, and it comes to you pretty darn quick. So keep that in mind, guys. It's easy to rack up that $100. I can do it pretty quick. My wife won't like it, but I would. Anyway, there's that. Let's move on to the next tool. Now, we all have tried to get into getting smaller hand tools so that we can work with smaller things, because as you all know, as cars become more fuel efficient and all that stuff, weight is a big motivator. And one of the heaviest things on the car is all the darn fasteners that go into it. So I don't know if you guys have ever felt just a regular old lag bolt that they put into like the suspension system. Well, there's a suspension system from one side to the other, and there's big bolts holding all that together. That adds a lot of weight. So not saying you'd use this for a suspension system, but if you do, you're probably Hercules. But Tekton has a 5-inch set of groove joint pliers. This is also from toolvector.com. You can get them online on their online website, and they're really nice tools, guys. If you don't know anything about Tekton, or you don't know much about Tekton, they are made in the United States. So if you're one of those people, like I am, who really enjoy purchasing tools made in the United States of America, if the price is right, then I have no problem spending money on that. But obviously, Gear Inch isn't made in the United States, but I will purchase them all day and night because of just how well they're made. Gear Wrench has really stepped up their game the past few years when it comes to their hand tools, because they were kind of falling behind the wayside, and they came back, like, obviously with like the ratcheting wrench mechanism and all that. They own the market on that. There's nothing like them. Gear Wrench brand gear wrenches are the best. Anyway, if you are in the market for a small set of groove locks, check out toolvector.com. These are really great. They're a value. They are very inexpensive for the quality you get out of these. The metal feels very good. It's brush steel here, and you can definitely see the heat treating that they did to these. The teeth are opposite cut, so they go like this. So basically, when you twist it, it digs in. So that's really, really cool. Obviously, you can't put a lot of torque on these. You're not going to put a cheater bar on the end and wedge it in there and just go about your business, because they got this set up in a way that it feels better in your hands. And Tekton makes a large variety of these. They have like a 7-inch, a 9-inch, a 12, a 17, and a 20-something. They have them all sorts of sizes. So if you are in the market for these, they're really, really nice. They feel good in the hands. They are strong. And if they feel like they're getting loose on you at any point in time, you can always tighten them up with the nut right there. They're made in the United States of America. The part number on them is 37521. And it has US right on the tool. So, Tekton tools, everybody. They're coming up in the world. And it's going to be smart for you guys to invest in them now before they finally get the memo that their tools are the bomb. And jack the price up to match their value and their quality. The third and final thing that Tool Vector sent me was some wrenches. Now, if you guys haven't tried them yet, Tekton's hand tools, specifically their wrenches, their sockets, are really, 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 really good. A couple of things that I really like about this, say over Crap-On. Don't get me wrong, I like Snap-On. A lot of my stuff is Snap-On, but I will not buy their wrenches, and the reason why is because they're extremely overpriced. This wrench, if I were to buy it online, would be $48.50. $50 freaking dollars for one wrench. I could take my wife out to dinner for that. So save your money, guys. Buy Tekton. For the amount you would spend on one wrench, you can buy an entire set of these and still have money left over. Let that sink in. So, a few things I really like about these wrenches is it's stamped. It's not like a acid etching or anything like that. It's actually stamped into the metal, and it's a good stamping. It's not like a very light feeling. Like, you can just see the depth that they actually put those stamps in there. So, the reason why I would actually buy these over Snap-On if I'm getting started, or if I'm just looking for a bargain brand to keep around not even a bargain brand, just a really, really good quality, inexpensive brand to keep around the house or do my homework, like working on my cars at home if I don't want to bring all my stuff home. But obviously all my stuff's here, but I'm talking about DIYs. Or professional technicians that do work on the side. You're not going to buy a second set of Snap-on stuff to keep at home too. And if you do, buddy, you're making too much money. But if you're looking for a good set of tools, Tekton definitely has you covered on that. Look at how much meat they actually have going on right here. And this is a high stress area. If you know engineers or are an engineer yourself, you know that there are things called concern areas for anything you're designing. So if it's anything that's going to be under any kind of stress, which most stuff is, you want to create a certain level of durability when it comes to anything you're making, because you don't want it to break and then it be your fault. So they have to design these things with a certain level of strength and durability in mind. And Tekton decided that they were going to put more meat right here, rather than just slim it down and cut the cost on their end and cut the strength of the tool. They're going to keep it nice and strong. They did not waste any money on the chrome plating, because it is some of the best plating I've ever seen. Even the eye or the box end is completely chrome plated. So that's really, really cool. The broaching in here is really good. It feels great. Let me go get a 17 millimeter bolt, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I have an old air fitting here. Now, this is a 17 millimeter air fitting. It does not fit. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 19 millimeter. Forgive me. The Tecton fits in it beautifully. There's no play, no slop, nothing. So it's a very, very good fit. The tolerances made by Tecton are awesome. You would think, oh, with a tool like this, there's probably going to be a lot of slop. The tolerance isn't where it needs to be, but look at that, guys. There's nothing. It moves the tool. You put it on, and it moves it. No clicking, nothing. I don't know if you guys remember seeing my other video where I was talking about wrenches and why I chose certain wrenches over others. If you look at the broaching on the eye, you look for the evenness, make sure it's right down the center. You want to really, really take a good look at that, because if it's off-center at all, that's a potential weak spot and a flaw in manufacturing by the maker. And you should probably not use that tool. And the reason why I say that is if it's off-center that far, even just a couple millimeters on this side, that's a significantly big change in the strength on that one spot. So you really start hoofing into that wrench, which we all do. If you work on cars, these things become breaker bars really quick. Just like that. If you haven't done it, you're lying. So when you really start hoofing into that wrench, you're going to run into a really, really bad time. You're either going to sock yourself in the face with a wrench as your fist right there, and you're going to split your lip, or if you're smart enough to keep it away from your face when you're pulling and you're pulling off to the side, you're still going to hurt that wrist because you're going to be hitting back, because when that breaks, it's not going to just be like a pig. It's going to snap, and it's going to break very hard, because this is very, very strong steel. It's not like soft steel. It's tool steel. It's very, very good steel. So the last thing you want is a really, really stiff steel like this to break on you. It's also flexible. When you get like flexible stuff, spring steel, whatever, you run into the issues of it snapping on you. So, well, not snapping, more of like exploding whenever you use it wrong. So, to keep a long story short, always, whenever you're looking at wrenches, check your eyes or box ends, wherever you're from. Check your box ends. Make sure that they're really, really good quality. You want to see an even pattern. You don't want to feel like it's choppy or anything like that. You want to look for an even coat of chrome all the way around. And you want to make sure that everything looks good. If you want, you can even take it and you can compare it to other makers and see where it stands with other makers. Now, I'm comparing it right now to a gear wrench, and they look very, very similar. The only difference is the gear wrench is a little more streamlined. As you can see, the head is a little flatter. It's a little sharper. So when you pull on it, it might hurt your hands. Like especially right there, that's kind of sharp. You pull on that for any bit of time, and your hand's gonna be sore. Tecton is very, very soft around the edges. It's a lot more comfortable to pull on. And Snap-on, don't even get me started, because they are probably the sharpest edged one. I think I cut a steak with that. How sharp it is right there. The whole wrench is just sharp. Yeah, it feels good in the hand in most cases, but that is completely flat, and that is going to be exactly what you're grabbing on. That's where all the force is going to be applied. So if you're looking for something that's going to perform well, is not going to kill you in the wallet, and is going to last a very long time, check out Tecton's hand tools and sockets, guys. Yes, they are not up there in the bargains, up there in the name like Snap-on, but they're building a name for themselves, and they will definitely be a big contender, and they will throw one of the big three off their roost very, very soon, I'm sure. So make sure you guys check out toolvector.com for a lot of great deals and a lot of great tools that can come to use to you. And I have part numbers for every single tool here if you'd like it. And just let me know in the comments. Make sure you smash that like button. Comment on my videos, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I want to hear it all from you guys. I want to know what you guys think about my videos. I want to see what I can look at in the future to review, or what you guys don't want me to talk about anymore, or new topics you want me to speak on and talk about, or even new ways to test stuff. If you guys have an idea, don't be afraid to throw it at me. And if you guys haven't checked it out yet, make sure you guys look at my my giveaway. It ends tomorrow at 6 o'clock, 1/6 of 2017 at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys subscribe, because I have 3 rules to the giveaway, and it's going to be for a shirt just like this. You have to be a subscriber to the channel. You have to like the video, and you have to comment. And with the comment, I want you to put a number between 1 and 1,000, and whoever gets the number closest to the number I generate without going over will win a free t-shirt shipped by me to their house or place of choice. It is going to be an extra large. I only got 1 t-shirt, and that's why I'm doing the giveaway. So this is what it looks like. It's a black t-shirt, and it's Tecton, take it on, and all that. And I'll also send a couple Tool Vector stickers and stuff for you guys. And basically, if like one guy gets, say the number's 900, and one guy gets 899, and then another guy gets 898, I might just send a few of these out to everybody. My dog's going crazy. I'm just going to let you guys know that this is all coming out of my pocket. This is not something that's just free. I'm doing this because I want to take care of you guys. I appreciate you guys watching my videos every single time I make one. I know it's not super consistent. Like sometimes I'll make 3 videos in a day, and sometimes I'll go 2 weeks without making one. It just depends on how busy I am. So please bear with me on that. I'm trying to make more, and I hope you guys appreciate it as much as I enjoy making them, because if that's the case, I'm sure we're going to go very far together. Like I said, check out Tecton stuff, toolvector.com. They sell all sorts of Tecton stuff. Check out their pliers page for the 5-inch groove joint pliers. Check out their electronic page for the butt connectors with the heat shrink. These are really awesome, guys. So if you do any kind of electrical repairs and you want heat shrink tubing with butt connectors, especially if you use butt connectors, heat shrink is always a plus. So you don't have to go back and get more heat shrink and then do it, and then you got 2 things to deal with. This is a 2-in-1 special here, guys. Just do it. On top of that, check out their wrenches. Toolvector.com sells them as well. He sent all this stuff to me, so make sure you say thank you to in the comments to Toolvector.com. They're great guys, and they take really good care of us here, and I look forward to working with them more in the future. So, like I said, check out Toolvector.com. Check out the giveaway video that I have. If you haven't looked at it yet, make sure you guys look at it. And as always, keep your eyes on the prize. Stay thrifty, my friends, and I will see you next time. Thank you.